19th of July 2025, your election headquarters. We're live in Shira FM, Love FM, Adom FM, Asempa FM, AdomTV, Joy News, and all our standbys. Cultural say is a great day because once you see us in this, it means that we are in for Ghana and we're in to do what is real of us. This is your election headquarters. On behalf of the entire team, I mean, you know my name, and I wish say how I stand on their behalf to welcome you to Legon Sports Stadium, where the New Patriotic Party, Eddie Omujumedia Omatudin, say the annual Delegates Conference, Ebro, the proposals, the amendments, and what have you. A lot of dignitaries will be passing through, and the noise around it, maybe it will be settled today. In fact, so Raha, Nyoma, Efa Bambo home, Efa health protocols home, and other matters intact. And your election headquarters, as usual, we are too ready to deliver and to ensure. Say, baby biara aseme here fata ebe tobiano and ebe nantia kubiano. Who do the follow-ups? That makes us unique. Esame a dance cry. Medoman Hene Kwabna Santi, just like I've told you, the bigger personalities will be following after me. We have the OBs, we have the CJs, Abna Pukies, Ekuya Boachues, and all of the big boys and girls will be following through. But for now, me know what na kopim se premo beto na fe meje mudiama minua CJ. Once again, this is your election headquarters. Well, on the pay my main council Legon a sports stadium MPP for Daroma EBD Jumedi Shunko Hanum say a annual delegates conference. Ebasia yene party in paying for me chair the New Patriotic Party in paying for education komo. Obi okwa you've just tuned in. Say Jumedi kasi e kosi on tiase we party ni we Ghana ni impo we NDC ni. You are interested because there are a potential government in waiting. Inti san komodi ebedi wa hanyina no eyen koma ye de bo man ho bra na narrow in to the New Patriotic Party. Ubeti yesi MBA grassroots mu ubeti yesi former ministers, former MPs, ubeti yesi debi aha bibia kofa ha ubeti yesi san komoni nyina no be we pay your ene ebra New Patriotic Party empanyimfo na chitafo nyina etrase adope wona ebo am ya sha ase di san komi Mustafa Yeka Mustafa na almost our friend the couple. Yeka the couple na almost our friend the National Youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party. What can I say? Mustafa Salam. Assalamu alaikum. Pacho Bokodie. Bibia Kama. You are in charge.
Large and in charge.
Just not in charge, large and in charge.
Me boss 5 man, me boss national organizer.
I see.
Also, my direction and not me teaching.
I see.
That's right.
I don't know whether I'll be fair to my next guest. May acknowledge but he's in a better position to tell me whether he's still a part of the New Patriotic Party. Chris, what is saying? We are part of the MPP still.
Yeah, question when I
Say, I need to be fair because sometimes one tea and maybe I say, but you are still a part of it.
Oh, why not? Why not?
What happened?
Oh, man, me ohana me who social media post. Say secretary ne constituency chairman. Wakwa sign letter say Oma suspended Cresata. Then I was say my campaign ama Dr. Mabund Baumia. I manje permission. Let me say, oh, now I don't say about that. Now I'm a constituency executive. I'm constituency executive for 11 because of non-170.
Yeah.
Ebi mukedi honorable Cynthia Morrison echi. Until mo do major party no kra. Until 11, I'm afraid mo makoma 6 at random. Obi ase yanko meeting, yenya petition, yenti bibia. Maybe say more say onu ni mienu na ko share dem na mo ko letter no. Until maybe say region, na maybe say national. We say national almost say we say free. We say region almost also we say free. And as a lawyer, you know I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, I know.
So when a letter like that appears on the letterhead of a party, there are processes. And because I don't want to blow it overboard, I have to talk to the party ranks. Now, omo ratify. My party constitution, I am married. So, who be say ya? Court to crime judgment. Now, won't peniswa. So, when a letter of this appeared on social media, a month will be some question. So, I have written back to the party, and the party will respond appropriately. Because all the conversations, there were no petitions.
So there's nothing at stake.
Nothing.
If you are summing it up,
yes.
Okay, I see.
I am NPP member, a bona fide member, and a qualified member of the party, and I'm here representing the party as well. I still speak for the party even as well.
Okay, so Chris Medase, back to Salam. Salam Boy, just walk us through your annual delegates conference. What is it about?
Yo, Omahine, Michao Echa, crew. Hey, we are fantastic. Meaning say, yeah. Charlie.
Once we count down, we are on.
Yes. Akonjana so na ya tutu jana. You know say.
Emotion with you.
But we are fantastic, Charlie. Fantastic. Michia, it's here for any Ashafo nyina. Michia Bia Ghana for MPP for. From polling station to electoral area, constituency executives, regional executives, national executives, Obia, Mamicha delegates, yet to climb from Miamia, Ghana half a hangina, Yabeshia, Ewa and cry. In fact, yeah, I can say all delegates, accredited delegates, 5,800 in number.
Delegates, you know?
Yes,
wow.
Abedru and crying.
Obiaba safely.
Obiabedru her safely. Nyamiadom Obiabedru her safely. Enchebia. In fact, me who say Regents Nibikurano started arrive at the stadium grounds. Yadi Ejmadeno Ebekoso. Into where delegates annual delegates conference of the party and Osha constitutional delegates conference, the highest decision making body of the party. Yeah. So we delegates conference annual delegates conference your national council from national council national executive committee from national executive committee steering committee. These are the layers of decision making body in the party. Ejumadia ayebabedi no strictly a constitutional amendment. Inti program in two parts. Yebeti party nkomo. The state of the party, general secretary, the state of the party betuja ya ko abatwa ye ndim kunim ye dunkukuo issues for home in your general secretary the betuja national treasurer also the party sikasem betuja ama party for senior party finances SCTA mandatory as far as a conference concerned. Say there must be an account of party no sikasem. If we are national chairman ana ni obejina na name so the nanum Asempa party for ye waste a party na ya caught into the motions. There will be goodwill messages from sister political parties, the former vice president who was also our candidate, and also the message back home and the iconic former presidents that we have. Your former president, His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor, the goodwill message. Beba, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuor, also the goodwill message.
So what was it about before? But what was about that controversy about these two great personalities within your party? Our Mabasumiano, Ednama Bontin say the Omo Ebo Nyoso, Sa Inkitaudia Ebasu. So a certain clarity would do.
Myself, I mean, I don't think Sena, there was any particular issue because who follow issues, well, you would have noticed that His Excellency, the former president, Nana Dankwa Kufuor, on one signing statement, in fact, the office signing statement said he did not make any attempt to ask National Council, say, we should suspend delegates conference and so on and so forth. The same thing, iconic former president, President John Ajekun Kufuor, Eddie, cratter by say once he's out of the jurisdiction, we share a he would have loved to be part. But quite nasty. In fact, were diaspora members are already they have arrived in the country
because of Intiasia no money dada.
Yes,
date in here
na ya share dada. Since diaspora for Omato ticket. In fact, now at the time you consider letter President Kufuor Edimaya na chapters ni bi every amanoni na omutibiti ni bi teacher America chairperson Obaya naughty meeting no bi. In fact, na ya tuatua statutory requirements ebema yetimi ayo conference. This is venue and other very essential items ebeboa ama yetimi ayo conference. Inti ye twin date na enye inti cancel ehede eyi nkrofo 4 say omonko London na omonko chirechirem emfa ma papa ni inti ebeye din kakra say ye between date no akonim kakra. And I think from what I understand, His Excellency the former president, very magnanimous as he is, very compassionate as he is, also no problem at all. There will be alternative ways. These days, for technology, mechanics will be able to obey me, Edina Numsam Ediama conference. Until we will be getting a goodwill message also from the former president John Ajekum Kufuor. Okay, so prior to this meeting, the pointers were clear that the center of the new patriotic party na enholdu and Yoma follow apart. Are those issues going to be addressed? And because clearly it's a disorganized, disgruntled party, a party that is clueless now. Why I disagree in every sense of it, from the very first statement to the very last one. The party is not in tatters. There's no commotion as far as Nyayeyen is concerned. It is okay for people to disagree.
Not just disagreement.
Remember, at the end of the day, we judge all and come to a conclusion. We disagree to agree. At the end of the day, majority rule. Near council, near conference, I'm not sure, say, every decision conference, will take, it will necessarily favor every single person. Maybe Obioho, for instance, motions number one, I have issues with the motion. Say, youth wing, age injunction. What I say? Said there is a 40-year age threshold. Now, proposals say age and also from 40 to 35. Minister proposed an engaging. So it is normal. Say we have disagreements.
We are just at this point. It is not just about what the party wants to do today in terms of proposals and amendments and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's about the discipline in the party.
Yes.
That is the issue.
Yeah.
It's about the discipline in the party. So if you sit from where I sit, looking at the new patriotic party, this is not the party that Ghanaians will be willing, if there should be any takeover, take you over. It's disjointed. It's shapeless now.
And it's shapeless as well.
It has no form.
This is the new patriotic party that we have known over the period. We have structures, and structures in the conference. Said that structures in Juma will not be having said that Yentiha and I'm a boy. Senior media two already know. It is okay for people to disagree on matters, on issues. But Yenina Yakotinasi na Yesinkunya na Yakan in some sema a womb na you take a decision, it becomes binding on everybody. It becomes binding on everybody. At the end of the day, a rule of the majority.
But is the party ready to bite?
The party is ready to bite.
It's not biting.
You also have to be careful. Say, the situation in which you find yourself.
The party is not clear cut now.
Yes.
A typical example. Here is a former parliamentary candidate. Per what he's just told me. Enipa mi no akontena dem, you are off the party. That's it. That's it. The party's principle no, is offbeat now. The party's discipline is offbeat now. It's like, I don't care.
One or two isolated cases.
It's not just one. Mustafa, you have been in this game for long.
I've been in this game for long.
Yes, it's not just one. This is not your party, New Patriotic Party.
I have been in the party for a very long time. I think the last 20 years of my life. Yeah. Masum MPP. Yeah. You understand? Me call it back. Nyama be a seat in the past. But I'm saying, sir, maybe any issues. Contemporary times.
So at this point, indiscipline is a part of it.
Oh no,
lack of structures in the party is a part of it.
In fact, we have been very, very concerned about issues of indiscipline in the party. The last National Council, issues of discipline, key. And before that council meeting, steering committee and the Council of Elders, I think on the Thursday, to discuss issues of discipline and indiscipline. In the idea party, you will say it's a problem that we need to deal with. And I can tell you, say nobody's ox God in the NPP. And year conference, now the reorganization I can tell you, you will see the same MPP that you have known. That you're sure we need now, say party number. And it will bite. The party will bite.
But you agree, sir, as the party stands now, everything fundamentally is wrong with the party?
No. It is not fundamentally wrong.
The fundamental of the party is still strong.
It makes it weaker.
No.
Those fundamental weaknesses.
Every party.
But when we keep repeating
even the ruling
every party, when we keep doing then we don't want to heal ourselves from what the problem is. What is every party?
I get the point that you want to make. But over a long period of time, we know say sometimes we take actions to remedy it. And I can tell you, I can give you the famous assurance of the party, say, this has become a matter of concern to all of us, to Yenina, our party, at the highest level. And I'm sure issues of indiscipline would be dealt with as far as some of the motions are concerned. That will be biting. And year conference, the various reorganization processes you will see that a lot of conscious effort is being made to ensure that we keep party discipline working and everybody in check.
Okay, so that's about Mustafa Salam, National Youth Organizer for the New Patriotic Party. A lot of dodgy responses to my questions, but the assurance is that by the close of today, annual delegates conference, baby a scene to Hubiano, Mamenkao, if you've just joined, this is your election headquarters. And Mekao say we are live on Asempa FM, Adom FM, Love FM, Insure FM, Joy FM, and Joy News, AdomTV. All are standby in terms of our online, up to the minute report. Macau say, once we promise you the best of coverage, our track record is there. Election headquarters. The better for more annual delegates conference. New Patriotic Party, the Brono, San Comunina, Ubinya Wansi, the CJs, the Abna Pukiers, the Kuyabuachwes, the OBs, and Ampofoje, and Aquasin Siamunano, one I crowd, and Chebiabon's a team, Yanam, any penny, any Mudin Como, in himself paying for Bibreba, but he can use to trade their far, Apomodion, the party has made a priority, say, Sanyo Manano, they'll take good care of that, and a bambonso, and one sem so. For now, they are so ready. They are so ready in terms of what they fixed over the deployment of the security services and all what matters to make a conference. Then you know, the Legon, Park. So, Mrs. Udia, this continues to be your election headquarters. Kokromoti Power, Semna making. So, back as my Chris. So, and nobody Juma soon see it say no. I'm saying that there are some of the amendments, proposals, you've raised that critical point, 40 to 35, maybe for a good reason. Because the last time I checked, even in the NDC, I think CJ is 60 or so. Who is 60 cra? I stand to be corrected. Almost youth organizer, about 60 years or so. So why do you want to reduce your age, to 35? In NDC, if I'm sure, it doesn't matter. You organizer, because also. Man, but we were DR for 60 years. I stand to be corrected anyway.
Or a youth in heart.
Or a youth in heart. But why don't you subscribe? Say,
I don't.
Because at least 40, they all call too much. 35, don't tell me say,
the last period. Yeah, the system way ayejuma. Sintobia embemu. What is not broken, you don't fix it.
No, it's not about that. It's not about relating to the, the category.
Yes. I have been in this youth wing for a very long time, and meaning senior system is Yejuma. And I have made the point, say, if you try such a proposal, you run back to the status quo because in Sansoa at the Bebano, you may not like it.
40 to 35, no?
Yes. So you leave it at the 40. At best, my take it time I share NDC for senior almost structure in ACTM. Carefully, no, man for any age, yes. Even though I agree, say you can't youth, it should be youth. So I think, say, in some of the categories, 40 is okay.
Very normal.
Yes, a normal range. Withdraw, you can safely operate within the young people, but to reduce it to 35,
more energetic, more relatable
experience. A lot of things go into it.
But as you age, maybe one man the Gen Zs are doing. You Chris, remember Chris? As you age, Gen Z, to me and you because the TV catch your cross you are. What did you bring?
In fact, from Gen Zs, we are going to Gen Alphas and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that over the period, how we have modeled the youth wing, how it has worked. I want to say it as it is.
Yeah.
But every area and its specific dynamics.
Okay.
So if you do not take into consideration dynamics of other places and you make such a blanket a year, you get
so in your case what you want to throw out is that assuming you want the age bracket to be maintained 40,
yes.
If it gets to 35, it shouldn't be a recipe for chaos by any NPP member. That's what you're preaching? You have disagreed if it happens to say about 35. Why should you go out there to go and fight about 35? Who be the MPP? That is what you're saying is not the best.
Exactly. We can disagree, on issues, but it doesn't mean that the party is in tatters. That is my opinion, and I have forcefully, put it across that for the youth wing, leave it for us the way it is. If you want to make proposals that would help, I will tell you that here any operational, funds would be my boys. No one see for Juma. That one resonates more than coming to just cut. Age for us.
Okay, but
that one doesn't really
Chris,
get to the heart
so
of our issues.
Bottom top approach. The last one, and that top bottom, yeah. Because the top bottom,
top down approach. Elections are what party no no.
Yeah.
There are many penny youth organizer Salam Eken. Unso no watch na say. One of the proposals bioha on nyadwen until your advocate say yanto abantia and our voice note enkontia but me nso me ne nyadwen me pese e ho no omugitum because you were organizer and you were organizing bracket no you were youth organizer na you sign war women organizer and say asan kranya Nasara coordinator enti which age bracket no kwa wadwen be say nanka ye bo adoma no dia age bracket fa ho bay. But my age bracket fa ho. Emri bi atwam ko no. And the people are not conscious of themselves. Ebe check akran so mo adwene kra ba so politics said it here. But then obi kita social media, obi kita phone, high smartphone, or shahin kra onim ne ekoso. And kwala ne mranti ayaba no yadwe ye different. Until you need somebody or resonate with them. And in part on social media say obi or how to even get to their level of understanding.
So look at your no, I'm saying that look at your 54 motion 54. What it says in terms of the age, or say the age limit for youth per all the international conventions and national laws shows that the highest age limit is 35 years.
That's the reason behind the proposal. So that's the proposal. The reason.
The age bracket. No, but you are going by certain standards. Exactly.
You
2016. John Mahama versus Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The youth of Ghana chose Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo over John Dramani.
That is not the matter. That's not the case.
I'm negating your point.
No, the issue is that
because automatically somebody is young or looks young, the person attracts, young people.
No.
One, what you are offering is important.
No, ask yourself the reason why we decouple the organizer and then we come to youth organizer. You can be 90 years and organizing. But when we say youth organizer, the reason, the rationale behind it is that there are certain characteristics, there are certain behavior that you must have yourself within them to understand them, and they've also understood you. And see, so person we are organizer. Where the 50 years or 100 years you can do it. But for we to organize the youth, Teteno Obi Boko University is where the 40 years, 30 years, and Obi 18 years over university. Until we are waiting 40 years, we go above what started we dream wa brabo mu yansem. We are reward member yemiansa. We dream we no ma ho. We by organize the youth omo
related with them.
Yes, we dey organize the youth omo Tescon, omo university, omo polytechnic. Dream say the ebe ya omo benya ne marketing kiti bi abo omo bra. So that is the rationale behind it. So let's reduce it to 35. It does not take away the work of organizing.
We will not
who can
it.
Organize anybody
we will leave our
at
wing
all
the way it is.
So whilst Salam is advocating against this, I am advocating for it. Vote for it.
Really?
Vote for
leave
it.
our wing the way it is.
That we want it to be same.
Yeah. It's a no for us in the
So if you go by the document I have from the New Patriotic Party, Enipa in Susuya one about 56 of them.
Yes.
I'll walk you through what time will permit. Maybe I'll be jumping it, but maybe I cannot skip one. Motion 1 is Article 1. Amend Article 1 of the Constitution to include the party's motto, symbol, and colors. And the reason, the absence of the party's motto, symbol, and colors in the Constitution is an obvious omission and ought to be rectified. The party's motto, symbol, and colors must find expression in the party's constitution.
Yeah,
you agree to this?
Yes, straightforward.
This is nice too. Yes.
Again, motion 2, Article 3.7. Amend Article 3.7 of the Constitution to give the power to recommend suspension of a member or an office holder pending disciplinary action against him to the appropriate disciplinary committee rather than the executive committee.
Yes.
And the reasons, the amendment is necessary to ensure justified suspension of party executives elected or appointed by executive committees only upon recommendation by the disciplinary committee pending. So what does it mean? It means that now it is only the disciplinary committee that has the power.
Let me come in with a legal
now.
Okay, yeah.
It's a suspension, forfeiture, expulsion. These are all disciplinary measures. By law, natural justice demands that before a person can be suspended, there must be a formal petition, formal complaint against the person, and that complaint must come from a non-party person. Because you cannot be outside of the box and be complaining. So, answer na yebe yes idea no. Or see any complain. That complaint as at now no. Obibo charge. Say party maran say. Sa complaint must be submitted to the executive committee. Then the executive committee sit on it and can suspend you before referring to the disciplinary committee.
Yeah,
so now that amendment is coming to say that answer na suspend you, no. Whatever you receive from a person or a member, no, straightforward, get it to the disciplinary committee. Don't make determination.
The executive committee.
Yes, executive committee should not make any determination on it.
Disciplinary committee.
Disciplinary committee made up of some lawyers, some are individuals are neutral to the issue. Now, who say whether there's a prima facie, assembly or answer. You should be answer. Or my recommend say, yes, suspend you. So why what the power on share executive in same one? Executive will be sharing a man person contest me election. And I'll show more. And our culture to say the causeway. Now, I suspend you. Or no cultural letter. And the indiscipline ebano. And the confusion ebano. And see, the amendment seek to say, let's go by the rules of natural justice. You can't be a complainant and at the same time be a judge. So if you're an executive, you have cited something. O my hene, me tell say me a judge kra na me nam krom. Na me hu say obi wi ade a. Me a judge no enkafa no e me gyina me court na me mbu no atan na me mbu no for.
Dabi.
Ate say me twan say prosecutor mfa na mre manim. Na on kan asem no nso nyina no ansa me bu atan yan sa na te. Sa na party mra na ye pese ye no. Or say obi di asem ba ye de batu wanim a wo na obeye the arbiter. Then refer to independent body, which is the disciplinary committee, determine whether or not there are even prima facie. As someone can create womb, the answer womb, the say be ye, okay, yes, Sadia, Yenfen Nimpanin Sinchain. And the mindset of suspension is only when you are holding a position that will affect the running of the party if you are still remain there. What I say? We are a treasurer, we are organizer, we are secretary. You have caused some mischief. You have caused some misbehavior, misconduct against the party. If we still keep you there, whilst we are investigating you, you can still work against it. So let's suspend you. Let's take you aside. And then settle the matter. If you are guilty, then you go. If you are not guilty, you are brought back to your position. So suspension of ordinary members are not even important because he's just a supporter of the party. So why do you suspend somebody who does not anyway on one casano or your 8-year party no? So why do you suspend somebody or your ordinary member? So suspension naturally go with people are holding offices.
But you also have to avert your mind to the fact that we have responsibilities and duties of a member.
Yes, I know, I understand. So when you go against a party rule, party conduct, then let's refer it to the disciplinary committee. Then disciplinary committee, upon sitting on everything, no, or the remove commendation either abba. No, the remove recommendation either. So that's the
okay. So maybe the 5, 6, 7 we'll treat that now, and then Mama Mukwa must back up Patrick Kanuma Saba. So when you look at the 5, motion 5, Article 6, new provision, amend Article 6 of the Constitution to provide for an electoral area executive committee structure made up of 5 members who shall all be elected, comprising the electoral area chairperson, secretary, organizer, communications officer, and electoral affairs officer. And reason, the current system requires limited expansion to allow for increased participation and support in the management of the electoral areas. A 5-member committee enhances operational capacity and ensures a more inclusive and structured approach to supervising polling station activities.
I think largely we quite direct.
Adom,
largely, yes.
Problem beyond
the status quo where just one person and if the patronic capacity ever former, it affects the entire electoral area. So I think where the Adom.
Okay, so let's do the 6 and 7, and then you guys can continue your work. The 6 says Article 6.1, amend Article 6.1 of the Constitution to increase the polling station executives from 5 to 7, who are all to be elected, compromising the chairperson, Comprising is compromising here.
Yeah.
Okay, so comprising,
yes.
Comprising the chairperson, secretary, organizer, women's organizer, youth organizer, communications officer, and electoral officer. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think it's in line because your pair say you been ya in Nimpadodo no bebre abema boboa, but not just in Nimpadodo. You hear communication officer at the polling station. You can communication. Yes, obi alternative so nko. Obi ultimate in the ekoso community no mu. Not the bra executive we adwen ho. And then election officer you kwato aba. Nimpa wo ye de ne ba ya kwema ye or your opinion leader shall baby. Yenko ho no. No because obotimi the doma then abrenye. So it's in line.
Okay, so let's
also know the current status quo now. You have 5 executives.
5.
So yeah, the two can it moves the number from 5 to 7.
Okay, so
quite a significant increase in the number.
So you are from the central region, correct?
In the constituency.
So look into the camera as you are going to do your work outside.
Yes.
Speak to central region and then zero into your constituency, and then we'll say thank you. And the next person.
Yan fancy for where MPP for central region for Yaba. A national delegate conference in Yase. MPP amanyuku yeshishene mumra. Emrani muno yashishoma yehude ye mebe boa Adom no nyina adwene beba ebe boa ma party na akonanim. Eteda agona west. Nkofo bebre wodi ebufu nti wankwato aba because won wonka ho won wan yesei ye pese yi sa how na free ho. Na edodo ne ebehemu former executive, former PCs, former ministers, former MPs. Ye na ayede ya adwene boa na party na ye na ekonanim. Nti agona west for in the central region, we are moving now. Eba delegate conference.
Thank you so much. Also, Timothy and Komo. So, control you must. Never say she was standing.
So, Monto my youth, no youth back at the Monto Park.
Oh, they are bogu.
I see. So, Mameka say, our coverage is still on. It's still on. Bakacho, this is your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power. All our affiliates, Insure FM, Love FM, Adom FM, Asempa, AdomTV, Joy News, all the onlines. Mami, welcome, former ambassador to South Africa, Akwaba. Or Akwaba. Now, Your Excellency and Honorable. Former Director of External Affairs. Hey, say 190 much. You just didn't arrive.
No.
Oh, I see. So, Osafata said they won't be your party in Biam. Constituency Boko.
Yamiadom.
Omaba.
Omabedu.
Omabedu. No more to the question you say.
Oh, yeah.
What the kind of Omaba come? You do home come. Such a baby who are beba.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
What for us watch almost a onion tomb?
Oh yes. Well, Kobna, say, Mekai on the 7th of December, that year Tuaba, being the parliamentary candidate in Abrim, make around. Who could do baby? Gada. Because say some to abam so there be yento abaye. I didn't think I'm to say 55 more primaries no mucheska mama maybe. Intino omo mujiska no omo no munkoto aba. Ntia de yento. Me say oh. Me ni omo kan am so there be. Omo to aba no. Na me dim say e ya brempe e na na e koso. If say sada no waso ayesi ye to aba no. Ye can kind BBA this year our results ne started say eba. Me friend, me colleague parliamentary candidates Nibia. I'm say, oh chale me ha baby so muntu. I'm say primaries no. Esan say binum koya koji scan no muntu. I'm say oh muso ha ebisi na utie Professor Michael Kwe report na majority of the MPP for na Antwaba no. So close to over 2 million now Antwaba no. Baby na Omo Tresse, Argentina, ye parliamentary candidate, just a select few be, and a Jina baby, na Omaji TV, Omaji fridge, Omaji ska, na Oma Tuaba. Na ye na general election ni do dia. We expect to say, ye na yankosa line, ne yanto. Based on that, National Council in their wisdom thought say there be say ye bibi. One of the key reasons why in the Omahin Yabesia say Yapese ye biem na obiara etiminya opportunity no etuaba. But say na wa onim no say ka say MPP ni bia a oye MPP ni and qualify so obeto aba in the primaries now. Logistical reasons no ebedin enye easy. Sikasem ene ehunyama bebre. Inti way a first step. Say ye bebiem na former DCs, former MPs, former ministers, former constituency executives. Now even at the police station level no krano, ye the nipa 2 abeka home at the electoral area level. They said the nipa 4 abeka home. Ni nyina ne to butaya teche no. Ne say ye be expand the base no. Na majority of MPP for no etimi a participate. If this level la ebia next time besa ba be shia wa ha no na ebia sa da ne de na ebeye MPP ni biara a oye MPP no may have the opportunity to vote. I think say so far ne there it's gone down well, you know, with the base of the party. Bebre na jatum say at least this is the first step ayeko. It is to me cross this barrier now. The next step no could be say one man one vote.
Any fears, say most of these things no will be resisted and any fears.
Oh, amahene eya adwenkyere utie Professor Michael Kwe report na omuko around Ghana no government be kire omadwen ebiom general secretary etroye to all the party branches no say wa adwenkyere efa amendments to this party's constitution for adwen bra ojiji bebre inte ha ye hia ne de adwenkyere ne bebre na obi ka say top down down up middle up side up ni na ye adwenkyere ye behia na dodo ne begiatum no ye na ye begiatum na ye di party nechi na 2028.
But I was just trying to explain to the National Youth Organizer the NTR at this point of your party's annual delegates conference, you know, a challenge because muan kasakrano muhumuano. So how possible number to me every her as one united force? How is that possible? Because the party is disintegrated. The party, the loyalty of members is questionable now. The levels of discipline a nuisance now, very irritating and offensive. How do you deal with these things as you are counting down to a more disciplined, loyal, focused, a party that is being rebuilt? How do you do that?
Amahina no pay waka brofo pa where you use certain words. Amahine wo hye party na ye wo ho nkrabata bebre. Ye wo national, ye wo region, ye wo constituency, ye wo electoral area, ye wo polling station, ye wo parliament, ye wo external branches, ye wo youth wing, ye wo women's wing. Youth wing no commander ena edano oyobia minim ne pa waye party adwuma na che na eba experience very few people and a bit me match no at the level of the youth wing no there's harmony, there's that sense of unity wo maminka parliament because ohona memewo am representing party no over the parliamentary front osahene kwamena afenyo marken edaya no say at the level of parliament, you know, you're one united body. Yeah, bo osahene echidom. Yeah, number nanka ye 88 until this unfortunate situation where NS Honorable NS Yakumi Yankopon Befa no edene koye. Says your number be 87. NDC in terms of majority number no 188 as compared to yang 87. Omahin obia beka chro modern ayen ye bo parliament ho ye gina ye nanso ye gina branding ye the NDC for ye chro mu oman buo it so be gina baby kase party ni ye disunited part enye no kre ye one solid piece party no ya ka ye ho abom e kan ho bi enande ye nyina ye hia meba no at the gate. Honorable, Kofoniaji. Sir, since the last time my party initiated, This is the first time, the whole of this year, this is the first time if you are organizing such a program at the party for across the country.
But it's not. Your Excellency, it's not it's not a happy feeling.
At the level of the constituency,
it's an aggrieved feeling. It's not a happy feeling.
Many party funded in come from the gate. Me nante me see me do get and me see from. Obia nyaji honorable hey me who ato in craft honorable hey yeah sa and ya de ba me da beduha. Obia
I didn't
at the end of the day, people are expecting say at the end of today, we will end up as a united family. We will end up supporting the key decisions party for nankasa eteki enya say obi eba beka omo nsem aso mumu. We are one united
okay,
party.
so what is the challenge in admitting the troubling moments the New Patriotic Party womb, but the hope is that this one will cure such troubling moments.
This one will not cure. You see, after an election, na when kudim bibianko according to plan, the number of seats are loose at the level of the parliamentary, at the level of the presidential. Into as a living party, no, we sat down and yes, yansha nyama esi yankwine. Ama yentimi win election and Professor Michael Kwe committee. Oma around the whole country. Oma tie obia enumunsem nyama esiye and oma disanye mani na aba. At the National Council pension pensemu and yes a quine way na yasha. Ye the koy nima ebeboyen. It's way one of the kiosks. But
are you proud? Are you proud?
It's way one and say amendment to the constitution because I'm around and majority say they want the opportunity to also vote. Now this skewed process of just having very few people detecting the leadership of the party, bebrena embrim and here one. Yeah, we ensure. Of course, whoever will be elected the presidential candidate, or best start around the country, or be engaging at the level of the parliamentary candidates, and so they be engaging a party for me last weekend. Now me want me constituency, me call Adesina, me be saying Obama so many party for anytime biara ye be share ye join party no say any then party be fan into my pa Ifra. It's one united party. Obie no and waboto obie nyaje say ye na sia ba ye ba behia nti ye be fi ha ne de me catch up so whatever decisions ye be take ye nyinara ye better party nechi na ye di akọ ye di nkodim in 2028.
So ade brebi ba ye cassette a mo ebra na mo ye mo presidential yi wo Legon na nipa dodo na on gidi say mo party MPP
2007.
Yes, my party MPP no one bit my Francato for a moment, a cobros could do a dunson. Na Obianso Gidi say, but I am yes, I don't know, Sabrina say the New Patriotic Party needs Obedoma, Ocherawajin, that was watching the Wajin, yes, you be a coin. A year then after the moment when you be about that proposed a motion 47, no? Amend Article 13.19 of the Constitution to completely abolish
super delegate system. Yes, I mean, there's always room for change, for amendment. Yeah, the system to cure a certain problem. And over the period, who said the system is defective by itself. No problem.
The system that serves to check, obey defective.
Super delegates, it has not stopped the problem, has it? It rather creates more problems for us. The super delegates was creating more problems because you are too abano about 2-3 times. The level of tension it brings and ECOSO and all that. We think that it is time we scrap it off and remove it completely from our status.
Obia.
Come, say, come and file.
So we are entering into the era of 21 candidates again.
That That is democracy. So be one ambition. Oh, yeah, then I said on certain fata.
But you cool in the Kobians one say.
Yeah, but I have my ambition. Now we call Nigeria. Sometimes go for 15 to become president. What's wrong with that? Democracy.
Is it healthy?
It is healthy. Now, November, Mr. 41, to me qualify to run for president. I'm sure Mr. Mr. developing presidential interest. So nomination say, I qualify to go and pick forms to run for president. And I mean,
we are making mockery of the presidency.
No, we are not. People and
political
all the people,
parties are not just entities.
Look, some of the people, people who are showing interest, respected, with great acumen, you cannot speak less of them. I'm not sure any of the people so far, like I said, any of them is less of a quality. All of them stand tall in their various fields of endeavor. You cannot say that, somebody cannot harbor a certain ambition. And I think that this motion is good. I have always been against this super delegate system. And I think that at the end of the day, majority of the party people have come to accept that opinion. And I'm sure we will accept it and scrap it.
You are to this. Say strange you. It is said yeah, Mode Banono. Yeah, that's a brand command crash.
Omahine, Adia say uhunise. We an aggregation of commenter and adventurer party for Nediaba. It's a yes, National Council be, and yes, a party chairman, and Atana be. Any person to your margin, Susia Modiaba, say at the bar, na ye implement ya, a beboa party no. It's as a general secretary, Adia, and say, Eba. What you do now? The about what the conveyor belt. General Secretary, a conveyor belt. Sir, party for no at the abasa way na ya beboya. What the answer, Oje? Now, what the abba? It is a yena tuma, then it becomes part of the constitution.
In fact, yet a committee for amendments.
Yes,
chaired by the very venerable Frank Davis. Our committee go through all the proposals by over 300 of them.
Yeah.
And I see it through these particular motions, which capture essentially a lot of the proposals that we are seeing today coming before.
Okay, so what will be your position on age 40 to 35? That proposal, what will be your position?
For youth. I think globally, in terms of the me having been a deputy foreign minister, having been one of Ghana's diplomats, I'll tell you. Say, I align myself to global definition of a youth. Oko across the globe, sa ena ubiaka say youth no. Ebi krapo de kasanke say 30 years and below.
Yeah.
Ebi so ye 35 years and below. Yeah. But na me person make can say obiana ese o show circumstances.
Exactly.
It is show circumstances no. So it will share na who align to these global standards and say, party, fine. Ocean sooner Mwa Ghana. There came a time when a friend said, E.T. Mensah. I think sometimes sometimes cannot over 50 years. That's NDC youth organizer.
Yeah.
The late E.T. Mensah. Over 50 Ubisana. Also, I'm youth in the heart. The fact that we seem 40, we 50 years, 60 years doesn't mean there be into show circumstances now wape imra ebeboa wankasa. It's in media globally no, that's how it's supposed to be. But on the ground, this
conversation is interesting because in the UK they are now thinking through somebody reduce 18 to 16 as
consent.
So I don't know. Why do you disagree when there are conventions that say this is the best thing to do? Why do you disagree?
Sir, already know. I have put before you some of the reasons already.
41.
No, you organize me because 14 in the mapa home. In all intents and purposes, I have gone beyond the age threshold, so I will not be going for the National Youth Organizer again. But I am saying, per experience, and I've worked under him for a long time at the party headquarters. In fact, my first I went to Honor Yamami together with my boss Samuel Uku. And at the end of Wayache, we have been around the party system for a very long time. Now I buy for Cabo Bedi National Youth Organization. Now I buy for Cabo no or how many years? Before Ube we
so you don't
how
agree?
old are you? Maybe I'm coming. By the time we are school,
your system no.
Maybe how old are you? Your party in Titie. You are going to now learn the rudiments. Send your Italy poster. Even how the political construct is before you get the understanding of how to lead. When are you going to get grasp of all that?
It's still 40.
40. Yes, sir.
Still 40.
He said 40 now.
Let me come. Omahene, one say Abrofono. Omuma in Kolano some level of independence right from Kolabrim. Until by the time Akolani benya 18 years, because to me 10 home.
What being order that?
One. Until prime ministers are 30 years, 35 years.
You can't compare
years.
that scenario to this.
You cannot.
Now you ain't been 40 years. Some papa neto education. Some papa no mama no.
PRO.
Yes.
Over 42 years.
Oh, that's only the papa and mama net. Aha. It's a system, no. Yeah. System, no.
Maybe for some reasons I didn't want to mention this point. This Ejuma, you know it. Omahene, the kind of money involved in this job, I doubt how many
32-year-old
can raise that kind of money. Millions of cities.
But young guys are now on it. They are working serious work.
So we need the right connections, network to be able to raise the funding for it. What reduce the age now is as much as anything that.
Okay, so what we do? Youth, it's still maintained.
40 now.
So now sample for a J or studio. I will cross over to you. We'll be back near to our young commoners. So still, the studio edition of the election headquarters. Conversation.
Sorry,
Oh yeah. So catch them.
Abram constituency.
Show camera ni muna Africa se wasi.
Abram constituency. Anope de midinchia kese edi free Legon. Edi Bremo University of Ghana Legon. Bibia NPP na yeshia. Ye bedjinjin party no ho. Anope sa mo shemo TV so a michiamo. Mo constituency executives led by Chairman Banoma Bedu. One Kuzo Jedu Bebe. Omu nyina Oma Bedu. Omu Bedu ndra najo. Intino yewie sa program ya mekwa kushia omo. So far the bibia you okay. Yes so ebegina ya na so na bibiara munye aka discussions bia ya no. Ende ye nyina so ye de betudwa na bibia aye kama ewo ho. Ti mon kwaso nta yechi na bibia ebe ye kama. Michia mu nyina.
All right. So it will cross over to studios. Now, minute be enume do ntem no. Yebesa aba and mobedin ko ye kwaba.